Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper at Shift Happens channel. So everybody is you pushed out, right? Sounds simple, but it's kind of weird. So let's dig into that a little bit and see how we can use it to really manifest and really identify with the person that we ideally want to be. But before we do that, again, like, share, comment. Let me know how you're doing on your manifestation journey. If you want one-on-one coaching, shifthappenslifecoaching at gmail.com. I've got some great information to share. Let's share it together with the community and let's get some one-on-one coaching together. All right, everyone is you pushed out. So this can be very informative, right? But you don't want to get caught up in it too much. You don't want to lose yourself in it. It's great information because it tells you who you are and who you are not, who you believe you are. So we're always talking about developing our self-concept, right? Our self-concept is identifying who we are. Again, I will always direct you back to who you truly are is source. Source works through you as you, right? And so you're pure, positive, loving energy. And we always have a choice in thought, right? Two choices, love and fear. Now, when we start talking about everyone is you pushed out, we start to overanalyze and we start to think, like, oh my gosh, I need to change this, I need to do this, and you start to kind of panic. No need to panic, all right? So let's say, and every time this happens it's never when things are going well, right? It's when we encounter some negative emotion or some challenging moment, right? And we experience some negative emotions. Well, here's what I've found, is that you can take a breath. In the moment, take a breath, step back, and you're always aware. The more you are aware of your emotions and your feelings, the more you are able to kind of see them, observe them, and not judge them, and let them flow through you, right? But let's just say you had a negative interaction with a coworker, and you're pretty disturbed and you're getting all worked up. You go home at night, you kind of talk to your partner, or you don't. And by the way, you don't need to talk to anybody about it. All the answers are within you. So let's just say you're ruminating about it and you're reflecting, you're thinking, wow, I didn't feel so good during that. And I feel like, there's some feeling of jealousy, or maybe you didn't feel valued, or you didn't feel heard, or whatever. There's a lack. Whenever we experience negative emotion, it is simply because we are not aligned with our true self. Our self-concept is distorted, right? And there's where limiting beliefs come in. Is everyone is you pushed out. Well, there is a lack, there is a limit, there is a belief in there that's saying, careful, you're not totally worthy of something. So there's a lack, right? So what do we do about that? First of all, it always comes down to awareness. Okay, try to be specific and identify that emotion. And then you relax into it. Breathe into it, allow it, don't judge that emotion. I will never tell you to ignore it and push that emotion down. When you experience that emotion, the best thing you do is be aware of it, allow it, and it goes away. Because every emotion, whether it's a really high excited one or a real low or angry, it doesn't matter. Those emotions are temporary. So always remind yourself of that. And so you feel it, you're aware of it, and you let it go, right? Now, you want to dig a little deeper. And I've got some questions here. Here's some great questions. All right, here's a question you can ask yourself. What would I have to believe is true about myself in this situation in order to feel the way I do? Let me say that again. What would I have to believe is true about myself in this situation in order to feel the way I do? This will help you to kind of identify that limiting belief and where it's coming from, right? And once you are aware of it, you can let it go. You don't have to do a whole lot of work after it. You don't have to dig deeper. You don't have to totally go into your past. As long as you accept the powerful being that you are, the person that you are, which is, again, you are source. Source works through you as you, right? You are pure positive energy. And not to mention, this is a great time, you know, start sifting through those limiting beliefs and those emotions. And, you know, what, again, I will say it again, what would I have to believe is true about myself in this situation in order to feel the way I do? Once you start sifting through that, then, you know, situation might come up, some memories, those are in the past. Careful how long you revisit them, because again, the past is an imaginal act. So you're gonna think about it, you're gonna recreate it in your mind again. And it might even be worse than what you think, because all of a sudden you might be experiencing some feelings of lack because you're looking at these limiting beliefs and you're kind of panicked. You're like, oh my God, you know, that's gonna add fuel to that fire, and that's gonna create a bigger story, and it's gonna ingrain itself a little bit more. So just recognize it, realize it, get off the subject, right? I wanna read you something else here. Give me a second. Everyone is you pushed out. So everybody's you pushed out means your I am awareness, you're all, that's who you truly are experiencing yourself from infinite vantage points and viewpoints, right? Let me go on to explain a little bit more. I have my notes here, okay? That's what everyone is you pushed out really means. You are you, and they are them in that experience. But it's all you, the I am, right? So naturally, you will see your assumptions of both who you assume you are and who you assume you are not, right? So if you experience any type of negative emotion, that is simply just you being separated from yourself. You are seeing yourself separated. You're not seeing yourself in that full, complete, whole, and perfect person, right? You're seeing lack. You're not worthy. Oh my gosh. When you go back to who you really are, all of those limiting beliefs, all of your beliefs, period, just float away. And all you have to do is know that you are in the right spot at the right time, dealing with the right things, and know that everything's working out. It is that simple. Don't create more of a storyline. Allow source to take care of the who, or to take care of the how, when, and where. The who is you, right? You take care of the desire. The desire comes from you, comes from God, right? You are source. Source works through you as you. And then once you are separate, you go along, but then you encounter that challenging moment, you start to question, and you start to hunker down. You start to want to control, and to like, oh my gosh, it's not working the way I need it to. Relax. Remember who you are, okay? So limiting beliefs, everyone as you pushed out is basically just showing you your limiting beliefs. And, you know, maybe there are areas that you need to work on, right? Sticking up for yourself, or maybe it's something of allowing it, you know, maybe jealousy pops up, and that just points you in the same direction. Again, challenging moments just help you to remember who you are, because it points you in the like, no, I'm whole, complete, and perfect. So there's, you know, there are some things I need to work on. Maybe I need to work on believing in myself to be able to project share my ideas in a calm, peaceful way where people are able to receive them. But in order to do that, you have to find peace with that other person as well, right? And so I will show you some really cool techniques to be able to relax into it and see people in a more positive manner. But again, everyone is you pushed out just really means it just shows you where you need to kind of focus and be aware that there's some lack there. So let's clean it up, but don't take too long on it, because otherwise you're gonna create even a bigger story. Always go back to who you are. Your source. Source works through you as you. It's a beautiful life. All right. So comment, share, like, everything that you need to do is right there. If you want life coaching, shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. I love to hear what you have to say. You're some great comments. You guys are sharing some really great stories with me. And let's work together, and that's how we get our message out, is by sharing and commenting. All right. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.